Hey y'all, Sierra Star here for another movie night where I saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's more Harry Potter-ness, even though this is before the Harry Potter time, but it's still the wizarding world and muggles and everything. So I will do no spoilers first, just to say if I liked it and whatnot, and then we will get into spoiler territory. So, from the trailer, you see that Newt Scamander, I'm real bad with names, so I'm probably going to butcher some and say them wrong. So, Newt, he shows up in America from London, and he has his fantastic beasts, and they get loose, and they are adorable, and I'm very excited. I love animals, so I mean, they're essentially animals because they're creatures, and they get loose, they gotta find them. You have the villain aspect of it, of course, and there's other little... What is that? Is that a fox? So there's some extra special characters that you learn about their power type thing. I don't want to obviously get into the spoilers of that for you if you haven't seen it. There's definitely a twist in it that I was not expecting, which I'm no movie critic, as I'm not really critiquing this, I'm just saying my opinion if I liked it and whatnot. But I didn't see it coming. Usually a horror movie is what I can predict, because, you know, I mean, when someone's gonna jump out and scare you, I can predict that because I grew up with horror movies. But any other type of movie, you know, I just watch it and try not to nitpick at it and just enjoy it. Which I did not read the book beforehand, so I knew nothing about it going in, which usually I do read the books, then I do nitpick the movies. But I enjoyed this because it gives me all the Harry Potter feels from back, you know, it's been 5 years since they have released a Harry Potter related movie, so I'm very excited to get back into this. My Novembers are exciting again, because I'm going to assume it's going to be every November again that they're going to release the movies. But I mean, the graphics in it and all the cinematography was great, and just the little wizarding world that you get a glimpse into is great. I really liked it. I recommend you go see it. Obviously, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you know you're already going to go see it. And you don't have to know anything about Harry Potter beforehand going into this, since this was before the Harry Potter time. There's only like one little reference that they show, but it's not a big deal if you don't know it. So now we're going to get into spoiler territory. So leave the video if you have not seen it. So, as I already said, I really did enjoy this movie. The start of it, I mean, it's kind of slow because you gotta build up the characters and the storyline. So, you know, just brief it up, you know, he gets to America, the creatures escape, he meets a guy named Jacob, who's going to be like his little sidekick buddy throughout the movie.
He's a non...
He's a muggle, but in America they call them no-maj, which I don't get why they can't just say no magic, like, it's just a little ick at the end, but okay, they call them no-mages. And he, there's a lady that you see, like, kind of stalking him and following him, and so then that lady who was stalking him, her name was Tina. She was at the little rally, which she's a witch, so I guess she's just trying to, you know, blend in as a muggle. And I think she sensed from him, you know, that he's a wizard, and so she's following him. And she, I guess, works for the ministry or their magical commerce people, whatever, government. And she tries to take him in because she sees that his creatures have escaped, and, you know, that's exposing the wizarding world, and that's not a good thing. So they kept Jacob around because they actually ended up switching their cases. He had a little briefcase of the magical creatures, and they had bumped into each other and they accidentally switched them. So Jacob ended up getting bit by one of the creatures, and Newt and Tina found that out, so they decided to keep him around because, you know, they can have him just being sick, being exposed like that from the creature bite. There's a thing called, like, Obscurion or something, and it's like this kind of black mass that takes over a child's body when they're trying to contain their wizardry. Like, they don't want to expose that they are a wizard and use their powers and stuff, so they're keeping inside, and it creates that, like, parasite type deal. Which Newt was actually able to extract that from a kid, which I wish we could have, like, seen that. I wish there was, like, flashbacks to his life and, like, things he had done, because that would have been really interesting to see. But Colin Farrell is not the good guy in this. He's not necessarily the villain, though, yet, but he's using Credence, who's the boy. He's trying to have him find the kid because he saw some vision. And I just feel bad for Credence because he seems awkward and like he's keeping something. Like you could tell, like I'm like, something's up with you. Which we find out he is like the big Obsidian Oblivion thing. Gigantic mass, the black mass. And so that was just weird. So to cut to the end of it, after Credence has exposed himself as the big Oblivion thingy, black mass, Colin Farrell's character, you know, tries to like talk him down because he sees he has turned on him and that he was using him, but Newt and Tina are the ones who, you know, want to save him and protect him. But the whole, I just call them the Ministry because that's how I know from Harry Potter, their little government, whatever people for America, the Queen Lady, they come and they're scaring him more when he was calming down and, you know, he wasn't going to attack them, but they start firing at him, and so he fights back. But it looked like they killed him, but I don't think it did because you see that little black mass kind of go over the big open area, so I'm like, I think he's still alive. So I hope he is so we can see what happens with that and help him. But Colin Farrell's character, the twist. Oh yeah, so she wanted to take his wand because he didn't want to bow down to them and keep the wizards of secret from the Muggles because, you know, they're like imprisoned because they can't be who they are and use their magic. So he was going against her, saying, you know, he doesn't want to do that anymore. But then he just turns around and starts like firing at them, so they're firing back. And Newt gets him locked up and handcuffed and whatever that is, and he turns into Grimwald, who at the beginning of the movie, they're showing newspaper clippings and stuff that he's like terrorizing, basically like a Voldemort, and, you know, the big villain guy going after killing people. And I'm not sure if it was Colin Farrell the whole time, or when he became Colin Farrell, or what that deal is. So I'm hoping in the next movie it might explain that more. But it's Johnny Depp, and I'm so excited about that, because I love Johnny Depp. I mean, I love Colin Farrell too, but I mean Johnny Depp though. So that was really a big twist. I did not see that coming. And I was just like, damn. Fox is back. So I enjoyed the movie. Also, you know, Jacob, you know, he started liking Tina's sister. I forget her name. And they had to wipe away all the Muggles' memories, and they used that, the bird, Frank. I loved him. He was so cute. He's like an overgrown hippogriff. I can't believe I'm blanking on his name from Harry Potter. I like how Jacob and her are like getting together, but then they have to wipe everyone's memories away, and which I thought that was kind of a flaw because, you know, Frank had to go over and get the rain to go on to wipe all the Muggles' memories, but people inside were still, you know, losing their memory. And, you know, Jacob wasn't in the water, but he didn't lose his memory until he did go in the rain. So I don't know, I felt like that was a flaw. But then at the end he gets his bakery, which is what he was trying to do at the beginning of the movie. But she came into the store, and it looks like he remembers her. So I hope that he does, because that'd be great for them to be able to get together. But yeah, I really liked it. I liked the graphics of it, and just all the creatures, because that's what the movie is supposed to be about. I mean, where to find them and whatnot, but you find them in a suitcase. But it was really good. I really look forward to seeing the next ones after, and getting more of my Harry Potter fill. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like, subscribe if you already have it, leave a comment down below what you thought about the movie if you saw it, and I'll see you on the next review. Bye!